So if you want to do some strategy designs, you really do have to start with tests, right? So you actually come up with an idea first, and then during that moment of inspiration and big motivation, you just go and code it out and you realize it failed. And then that's where you get disappointed and you start doing it the right way. So you go and start with researching the market, right? So that's what happens to me every time, and this time was the same, right? So the first two videos were exactly where you always hope that you kind of code it one time, you throw it out on the market, and it just shows you great results. But for me, it never happened like that. So since I want to do this until the end, I want to get the strategy to work. So I did some measurements. Okay, so what did I do? So here's our well, actually they're not plotted now, right? So if you remember, we had, well, let me actually just pop that back in. Yeah, the ADX spider. So we have some kind of visual representation of what's going on. And okay, so here is our distance, right, between these two DMIs, right? And so what I did is I actually measured for every single symbol in S&P 100. I measured this distance, and I took the average, right? I took the average. What was the average number of days? For example, the one was above the other, right? So what's the average number of days DMI plus was above DMI minus? For how long? And it actually turns out that it's around 10 for both. Well, actually a bit more. So if we look at the graphs, right? So here's the data, and we can see that the period is for the trend going up, it's a bit more than 10, and for a trend going down, it's a bit less than 10, right? So you can actually say that on average the market is growing for a longer period of time, trending up for a longer period of time than it is trending down. But well, we're only looking right now at the DMIs, right? So we are actually not looking at price, right? So the price might be behaving, so I mean they are above each other, right? One is above the other, but something weird can be going on with price. Sorry. So that's one thing I did, and I did it for period 10, right? So why don't we take it, and I'll just pause the video and I'll do it for the classic period of 14. Okay, yeah, so here's the data for period of 14 days, right? So on average we can say that when the market was trending up, on average it stayed above, the DMI plus stayed above the DMI minus for, well, something around 10 to 15 bars. Yeah, 10 to 15 bars. I'll say something like 12. Yeah, somewhere here, right? But we can see it's not 5, it's not 20, right? It's the average is like this. We can actually look at the standard deviation and so, right? But well, there is a big chance that if we go above 15 bars, they are going to change. One is going to go above the other one, right? So that's how long it takes for this cycle to happen, right? So I'm talking about this cycle of, so this cycle is around 10-15 days, right? Okay, I'm not sure what is going to give us, but like, for example, if you look at this section here, so we know that if it's like consolidating like that for more than 10 between 15 days, there's a big chance that something is going to happen, right? So like right here it broke out, so I mean there's a big chance if it was just a little, come together, but well, a little, come together for like 1 or 2 days, then, well, no, but 10-15 days, like here, so that's around 10-15 days, right? We know that booyah, right after that, there's a big chance that there's going to be a rush, right? So this data is good for understanding these kind of things.